What's rocking, guys? Welcome to episode 6 of my FC Utrecht career mode. So, big match here starting out this episode, of course, against Excelsior. But it's going to be very interesting here. We definitely want to grab 3 points, get this big episode started off with a win. It's going to be quite a few matches in this episode, I have to say. As you can see, they're coming out the 4-3-3, of course, that Dutch style. See how we can counteract that with, of course, our narrow diamond midfield, as you'll see here. But of course, Fuentes picked up a red card late in the previous matchup, and we lost our right back, So Zulo and Diemers are two new players to our side, essentially hitting their first minutes. So we'll see how they play here now. But you'll see balls we played here to Ayub. Tremendous play. Güemes does a nice job using his pace to get through. It's going to take a shot, and it's going to get deflected out. It's a good save there. Could not pick up on the rebound, unfortunately. But good ball here now from Boymans back out. Some gorgeous play, really deserves a goal. Beautiful overlap here. Ball's going to be played back to Ruben now. He's free on goal, but look at that. He just scuffed that huge chance. That was some beautiful build-up play. He could not finish that, unfortunately. Pretty unlucky and pretty sad considering how beautiful that play was, in my opinion. But either way, a huge chance, but a big save there. From Rutier, ball back here out wide. We have some space here. Kuma's going to send this ball into Rubio. Ruben, the young American striker, has some space. He rised up and was able to head that in. What a goal from Rubio Ruben there. Definitely am glad to see that. He's been in such amazing form, the youngster. He stepped up lately. Of course, Boymans carried the load before, but now Ruben is really scoring the majority of the goals now. It's great to see the youngster getting on the board like that. That's a tremendous finish from him in the air. A lot of our goals have really come on from those crosses. And of course, we have nice width now, with this narrow diamond. It allows kind of our fullbacks to get forward a little bit easier on the overlap. But you'll see they are going to come back and give us a challenge here as we do a good job heading that out. I believe that's Lou Win right there. Some great defensive work to track back and head that away. But here in the second half, we have some space. Ruben's going to send the ball in, and the ball is going to fall back here. Good chance to win it, but you'll see notably Diemers, who gets his first chance basically in the squad starting. He's going to pick up an injury, and we'll see. Hopefully it's not anything serious. Of course, he had to step in for Fuentes, and he did a pretty solid job here against this side. So it's fortunate to see the youngster go down like that with an injury, but we're going to have to come back, maybe try to grab another goal to put this game away. Have a little bit of space. Boyman's going to turn, take a shot. Not going to be parried out, unfortunately, to one of our players could not pick up on that rebound. But either way, we do grab the victory in a very hotly contested match, I'd say. Good chances from both sides, but I would definitely say we had more of the chances here and definitely deserved the 3 points. You can see, very unfortunate, the youngster going to be out for 3 months with an injury after that, so that's pretty disappointing because he looked really promising, I'd have to say. So unfortunate. Very unfortunate. I think we're going to have to look for maybe a center mid on loan as well. I did plan on buying one, center defensive mid specifically, a very strong one, but we'll have to probably buy another one or bring another one on loan for some cover. But as you can see, you're pretty close to AZ. They do have, of course, quality players. Now we have Fuentes back in the middle here, so nice to see him back for this side. Of course, the young American Aaron Johannes is going to be playing for them as well. So we're going to have 2 American strikers going at it. Always going to be interesting to see who will come out on top. Either of them can get on the score sheet here. But it looks like Kuma is going to take advantage of a very poor touch here. He's going to run out the defense, has tons of space, play the ball here to Boymans, and he gets taken down in the box. And it looks like a red card, as you see, taking a look at the top left there. Already see the red card shown. So it's going to be a very interesting rest of this matchup. A very early red card there. Hopefully we can grab the 3 points and grab some goals here as well. As you can see, it's definitely a penalty. Not sure about red. I think you may... It looked pretty vicious. It was from behind, so I think you can make the argument for a red there. But you'll see Boymans will now step up here and take it. Take this penalty, of course, has been tremendous so far this season. What hope to add to his goal tally. It's a little bit lucky there, I'd say, but we'll take it. Of course, he was leading in the Golden Boot essentially for Eredivisie earlier in the season, so hopefully he can continue on and maybe do even better. But see some gorgeous play. That was tremendous hold-up play. Ruben cuts back in. He's going to score this goal here. Of course, that was a great job, Boymans, bodying up essentially with his back to goal. and then I was able to lay this out for Ruben before that in the build-up. So tremendous play from Boymans. He's going to get the assist as Ruben is going to grab another goal here. Interesting to see him, starting to rack up those goals. Maybe he'll get a call to the full United States men's national team. But how close was that? As we are going to give up a late goal, unfortunately, could bring AZ back in this matchup late into it. But again, it's hard to honestly keep clean sheets at times in this game for me. I don't know what it is. I always have some crazy random goal mistake or something late in the matchup that causes me to lose a clean sheet. But here you'll see a big match here against FC Twente, so definitely want to grab at least a point here. It's going to be away fixture. It's going to be very tricky. As you can see, it's big, especially considering where they are in the table behind us. So we just can see what happens here. I'd love to push on and make some room between us and them in the table. Of course, definitely have to look out for Jesus Corona, the young Mexican winger who has tons of potential, really. Interesting to see how he does for this side. Could cause a lot of problems for us, really. As you can see, it will again have the same narrow diamond formation, so hopefully we can create some chances here. But it's been a pretty good episode for us, I'd say. Some interesting matches, a lot going on here. We'll see what happens as FC Twente is going to have a nice little chance here. Corona down the wing, making people miss. He's going to send this cross in, and that's going to be headed in. Not the way to start a match here. Pretty early in this matchup, they go ahead with a goal, of course, and they're at home, so it's really going to help them settle into this matchup. Now we have to try to chase this game away, something you never really want to have to do in any game whatsoever. But we're going to have to come back here. As you see, this ball played to a good little dummy, really, first, but Fuentes is going to take a shot. Ruben has the chance on goal. He's going to sky that over. He's so close there. That was a huge chance. But those are always tough. Those sliding shots just have so much power on them. But that should have been in the back of the net, really, I have to say. But Boymans will be running at the defense. He's going to play the ball back here to Balazite. He's going to play this back to Boymans and just going to hit that right at the keeper, essentially. So two big chances so far. Really need to capitalize them a lot. In a lot better fashion. Fuentes is going to have a shot here with this little overlap, essentially. Of course, bringing a bit of width, despite being kind of a narrow central midfielder, but can definitely get out wide, considering his ability to play right back as well. So, plenty of chances. We honestly probably should have a goal right now, but do not have our finishing bullets on. But we get a little bit of luck there off of that shot from Ayub, so we'll take that. We really want to grab at least this draw here. It's going to be pretty difficult, but get a little bit of luck here. We probably deserve it, maybe, but either way, that's a nice little bit of work from our side, taking advantage of the chance. Looked like it may have gone in even if it wouldn't have hit him. It may have gone into the side netting on the other side, but either way, they're going to come at us now, and look at that, just tearing our defense apart. Jesus Corona, I believe that is going to score that, as some poor marking. I don't know what it was, but my defense, my midfield was just not helping in any shape or form defensively, looks like, and that just really hurt us. They seemed so complacent there. Looks like we may have a chance here to try to equalize it now, though. Verbeek, it looks like, had a shot there, but just again, defense was really stymieing us in this incident. But Tommy is going to have a chance late in this game as a late game sub. Cut back on his right foot, send this ball in a good chance, but a great save from the AZ goalkeeper. We try to go at it again, but good defense again from SA Twente there, as we do drop that match. But now we'll get into the Dutch Cup here against FC Dordrecht. So interesting to see what happens here away from home. Of course, they're not doing that well, I believe, in the table in the league. So we would like to grab the victory here, but it's going to be pretty tough regardless. As you'll see, they came out of this game firing some gorgeous play. Great width, great overlap there, and that's going to be a goal. Just could do nothing to stop that, really. They are coming out in full force in this matchup, and you'll see some terrible luck coming up as well. I have to say, this was not a fun matchup. It was a very frustrating matchup, and I was glad it was the last matchup of this episode as well, considering what you're going to see coming up shortly. As you can see, we do have a good chance, though, but it looks like that was honestly a penalty, it looked like. And again, my frustration is continuing on, but we'll come back here. Ball's being played into the box to Boymans and just hits that over. Way too much power on that, unfortunately. A very good chance to level things there, but just got a little bit too much on that. But you'll see here, they're going to play the ball here out. Good little cross, but ball's going to fall back. I have no idea what's going on here. Our keeper decides to control it, essentially. I was forced to control him instead of just having it manually cleared out. And he basically concedes a penalty as well. I wanted to throw my controller at the time. If I was to do live comm, I would say it would be the most terrible live comm ever, because it would just be me cussing like crazy in frustration. There would be no fun to it, so that's why I do not necessarily do live comm. So I apologize if you're the live comm type. I may switch to it eventually, but my frustrations with FIFA 15 are at a boiling point late into this year, as I'm really just hoping for FIFA 16 to be a lot improved in the gameplay aspect, as they did win that matchup and were knocked out of the Dutch Cup. We're still in a good position in the league in 4th place, but of course FC Twente did close in pretty close there with Groningen, Peck School, AZ as well. So nice to grab that win. And Dordrecht is at the bottom of the table as well, so it was pretty unfortunate to lose to them, but it's going to be a very interesting transfer window. I've gotten suggestions for players like Wanyama, Bentaleb. I'm not sure if they're my price range, so we'll have to see how that goes. I have some guys I'm looking at as well other than them, so we'll see what happens, guys. But thanks again for tuning in this episode. Leave some suggestions, for players in the winter transfer window below, and I'll be signing out now, and I'll catch you guys later.